Welcome back, everyone, to another fantastic episode of
Two Broke Dudes. Yes, Travis. Yes, it is.
Alright, well, anyways, we got a little fancy episode. We're going back into that time-traveling whirlpool. I think I'm jumping into a whirlpool. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Oh God, help! Are you swimming to ask for help? Okay.
You just started doing hand motions.
He's asking for help. We're gonna go back in time and talk about a really great series called Shenmue. And now
Shenmue, man. Yeah. Shenmue. No, it's Shenmue. It's S-H-E-N-M-U-E.
S-H-E-M-N-U-E.
Shenmue? Or Shenmue?
Whatever it is. Shenmue something or other.
I'm gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom. Go on now.
Anywho, it's a game that stars with Ryu Hayazuki, I think.
Yeah, see? And Shenmue.
Hey, we're not talking word about logistics. I'm right, regardless.
Anyways.
And it's a really cool game about, the story's kind of sad at the beginning.
Yeah,
spoiler alert.
Dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, his dad, Ryu is coming home, and his dad is killed by Lan-Di. And Lan-Di...
At least his name wasn't Dong.
Lan-Di takes the talisman, the dragon talisman, I think is what it was, right?
Uh-huh.
Basically, there are two talismans in the world.
Yep.
And if you get both talismans, you get all the power of the world or something.
You know, it's funny that game had... Like, every time I think about that game, I think about how it was... I know it was super fictional and crazy like that, but at the same time, every time I think of it, I just picture a more modern, realistic, not very fantasy-like. Like, I always remember just running around the city.
Yeah. No, because you don't remember any part of the fantasy about it. And honestly, the talismans... You know what I wish they would have done if they would have got a Shenmue 3? Lan-Di gets the talismans, and he puts them together, and it's like nothing happens, and he's like, oh. Or actually he just believes in his head. And he's like, I have the power! Like, and he goes and fights for you, and then you fight with, Lan-Di, and you both are going at it, and you beat Lan-Di.
And then it reveals that you didn't actually do that, it was just a simple, like, whack.
Yeah, exactly.
Like similar to Tales of the Borderlands.
Yeah.
Where you blow his mind or something, there's this huge speech, and he falls on his knees and cries for what Reese does, and then in reality, he's just like, "Give me the thing, come in."
Yeah, exactly. That would just be so fun. I love when things do like that. Like,
when you get this built up in your mind of what's happening, and then in reality, you're like, "Oh, that wasn't that epic."
Yeah.
Like Horrible Bosses 2 did that, where they're walking and they got the rap music and they're walking slow. And, making it look like they filmed it slow. And then a guy walks by them in real motion. And they're like, oh. And they stop and they're like, well, it's done now. And they all just start walking fast because they're like, no more slow-mo walking. I can't believe you talked me into this. but yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, like, I'm not going to lie. This game started on the Sega Dreamcast. And, oh, man. I remember playing it. All 3 discs of it. And I remember the fun in it. Like, you had the arcade that you could go to.
Yep.
You could go to the bar where you can talk to sailors.
Yep.
Or, where can I find some sailors?
Oh, yeah. And the best part is, guys, this is the game that had QuickTime events. Oh, those lovely QuickTime events.
They were the best QuickTime events, though. I really like those. I like those in the game. It kept me applied. But, best part of the game? Well, not the best part. It was all the best part, because it's one of the best games ever.
The whole game was the best.
No sarcasm for me. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I love that game. That's top something in my book. Forklift driving. Do you remember driving your forklift and you had to get your quota?
That.
Do you remember you had to get your quota?
Yeah. That was the beauty of this game. Was just
it was real.
Well, it was the free roam. It was the thought that you could go wherever. That was the other thing too. Yeah, you had that like kind of micromanagement. You had to get to the bottom of it, but at the same time, you had to live your life.
Yeah, you had to earn money. You could go to Hong Kong and fight Lan-Di.
Yeah.
You had to take care of your grandma. You had to take care of the girl who's not your girlfriend. But she's like...
She was your sister. She not your sister?
No! Why would you ruin that? Because remember, the girl that Ryu kind of talks to ends up getting kidnapped because of you and your affiliations. Trying to find Lan-Di.
Oh, yeah.
And you borrow a guy's motorcycle, and it was like not a quick time event, but you had to race the motorcycle on the highway.
Is it the lame little moped that they drive?
No, it was a motorcycle.
Was it?
It was a full-on motorcycle, and it was cool. But
I could have sworn it was like the typical Persona 4 moped.
But what's funny about it, in retrospect, they took the highway that they did for Shenmue, the way it played, the programming for it, took it from Sonic Battle when you're driving the car. Like, at first I didn't realize it, but after playing it, like, later, I was like, oh my god, this is the driving from Sonic Battle. This is terrible.
It's the exact same sequence. They just reskinned it.
Well, basically, yeah. Like, it was just, it's a trip.
Hey, man, whatever works to cut costs. I'm sure someone thought that idea was cool. And they're like, oh, wait, we already got this program. We just have to reskin it.
I mean, they spent so much money on that game, too.
That was a high production value for that time, that's for sure. And Sega put all their eggs in that basket of that Dreamcast, man, and that thing just
tanked.
Kerplop.
I think Sega was ahead of its time, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, the Dreamcast. It had a freaking at the time router or modem built into it, so you can go online.
Yeah.
No one else did that. Like for Venice Booster Online. I mean, the Sega Dreamcast was an incredible system. It was just the fact that the PlayStation 2. It was one of the few times the PlayStation 2 was underpowered. It was not as powerful as the Dreamcast, but it was the name killed it. You know, it was. It was that thought, you know, like coming off the PlayStation 1, where everyone had PlayStation in their mind. Like, PlayStation was so cool, 3D graphics, Final Fantasy 7, you know, Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Like, PlayStation was just, like, that was what all my friends were playing was PlayStation. No one was really playing 64 at the time. And then the Dreamcast came out, and same thing. You go into the PlayStation 2 with, that was like, it's the same mentality. It was like how Xbox came out and had a tough time against it, but then Xbox 360 came out and just killed it. PlayStation 3, they thought they could ride that train from the PlayStation 2 into the PlayStation 3. Nope. And now here we are on Xbox One. Or Microsoft, same thing. They thought they could just ride that train with everyone's on Xbox, we're cool. Everyone's just going to follow us in.
Yeah.
Nope. Switched it up. Now everyone's back on
PlayStation. See, that's the thing. They can't ride in anymore.
No,
like, that's the thing. You can't ride in anymore.
You can't live on that legacy. Well, we killed the last generation. We're just going to kill this generation, right?
Yeah, it's people are. I don't want to say they're fickle, but people will move. I'm so sorry.
What was that? No, it wasn't spit. It felt like a thing.
Probably your soul.
Maybe, I don't know. Go on.
But people are like, they'll switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had an Xbox 360. My Xbox 360 got the red rings. I traded that sucker in right away. I traded in all my games, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not paying $250 or however much it was at the time again to have this thing break down. And I had a PlayStation 2 beforehand, so I was like, you know what? PlayStation 3 is free. Why not?
Yeah, and that was right. No, online.
Yeah.
That was one reason why I jumped on the PlayStation 3 is because of the thought of the free online. I had 360. I was paying for live, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for two services. So then when PlayStation was free, so I jumped on that, bought it, and then they announced the Plus. I didn't buy PlayStation Plus technically until I officially canceled my Xbox Live because I'm like, I'm not.
Why pay extra?
Well, I'm not paying for two because that was when they were doing the free games now for Plus as well.
Yeah.
So, but
I will say this on Shenmue, or with the Sega Dreamcast, Phantasy Star. I didn't get it for Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. Got it for GameCube. And I don't know if any of you guys have played Phantasy Star, but holy crap, what a great game! Like it's super it's boring because it's just hack and slash loot. It's a loot 'em up.
But it was that first game for consoles in a way for you to play with other people. Like did
you play Phantasy Star?
Yeah, I only played it at a friend's house. So the weird thing is online gaming at Diablo and everything, that was a thing, but for some reason I never did online games. For PC, at least. It was really weird. Like, our computer had internet. We had DSL back in the day, and that was a thing. And I didn't play those games. I really don't know why. It was, more or less it was the thought of sitting in front of a computer. Like, I like sitting in front of a TV. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when Phantasy Star came out, I went over to my friend's house, and he had it. And he showed me, and I'm like, this is
ahead of its time.
I was like, this is just so fun. Like, I don't know what it was. It wasn't anything crazy.
For me, it was the couch co-op. So what we did...
I guess maybe that was it, because my buddy was sitting next to me on the couch co-op and go online.
Just BS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Me and my friends put over 1,000 hours in that game.
Jesus, dude. I guess this was our friends.
But this is what the schedule would be. At 6 in the morning, we would have school at middle school at 8 o'clock. It would take us 30 minutes to get to school. So all my friends would show up at my house at 6. We would play for an hour and a half every morning before school. Then after school, we would come to my house, play all the way until right before my mom got home, and then everybody would leave right before she got home. And that would be the day. So you're talking, we get home at 2:45, 2:45, basically 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock, 5 hours plus the hour and a half before, 6.5 hours, and that happened for 2 years. And then when breaks would come on, like spring break, I remember one time we played. It wasn't all of us playing at the same time, but we would jump characters. Like 2 people would be on at the same time while the other 2 were asleep, leaving our characters in there so we could all get experience or something like that. Like they would make the other one hit the enemy at least once so we could all get experience.
Nice.
Or we would make them go around the dungeon because the dungeon would take forever.
Yeah, dang.
And then we would all wake up for the boss.
I feel like this has changed into just a Sega Dreamcast episode.
Oh, I love Sega.
Such a great console, though. Like, it was a really good console.
You remember Rush 2049?
Man, Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi!
Like, Sega killed it with those games, man. Crazy Taxi.
I just want Sega to come back to what it used to do.
You know what's funny? I do, too. Like, I downloaded that free Crazy Taxi on the phone. Have you read that? Awful. It's just awful.
Yeah, I want old Sega.
You don't get that Offspring song playing.
Oh.
There's no KFC. There's no KFC or Pizza Hut either anywhere.
What is it, Pizza Box?
Probably. Man, remember that? Woo! Take me to the Pizza Hut. Woo! As you listen to the frickin', what is it, frickin' Offspring over and over again
on the 5 songs that they had. Day after day.
Like, take me to the KFC on the boardwalk. Whoa, watch it, man. Whoa, woohoo, that's going.
That's such a game.
The worst was whenever you get the people that wanted to take you like way out to the boonies where you knew they did that purposely to make you lose. Because it's like, I got 40 seconds, I got this, boom, hit the gas, and it's like way out in the distance, and you're like, oh, can you make it with 3 seconds left? Yeah, and he's like, whoa, great timing. Guy gets in the car, take me back to the city now. And you just sit there and you're like, there's no way. Like, you just kind of sit there like, all right, but time's over.
I love playing that game in the arcade.
Oh yeah,
that's the best.
That's in my mind. That's why I hated it, because it's the thought that I always feel they did that to you on purpose. Like, you get those first 4 people. Oh, what a rush! Yeah, I made it. And then we get that next person who's just always like, you gotta take me way out there, man.
I remember when I had that game. I don't want to say I learned it, but I learned it pretty well. So there were certain customers I would take, and I came up with a route, as stupid as it sounds.
You came up with a taxi route?
Yeah, with a taxi route, because I knew where all of them wanted to go.
Nice.
So I remembered the game basically, and there was one where you would go up and down the hill, and that's how I got all my. That's how I got my highest score. I had a lot of free time.
Man, we gotta find someone who has a Dreamcast and do like a Let's Play.
I have a Dreamcast.
Do you still? Does it work?
Oh yeah.
How many games do you have?
I don't know.
Where are they?
I'd have to ask my brother. He's got all the stuff still.
We should totally try and hook that up one day and do a Let's Play.
You guys want to see a Let's Play Dreamcast? We'll only do it if we can get at least one comment saying, please, let's do it. Like, somebody telling us, and I will be for it 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, we totally could do it. We'll set it up ghetto with, like, with the camera and everything.
Oh, yeah, we gotta have the memory card that you can see the little screen.
Oh, the VMUs! Virtual memory unit.
Oh, so ahead of its time.
God damn you, Sony. Oh, wait, we actually kind of like you still. Oh my gosh, that's a great console. Such a great console. But, you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Alright, man, well...
Tell us what you all think.
Tell us what you thought of the Dreamcast. Did you guys ever play it? Are you too young? Was that before your time? Man.
If you want us to play a Let's Play on the Dreamcast,
let us know.
One comment and we will do it.
Yeah,
just one comment.
Please. But let's plug everything else. Like, make sure you check out our webisodes. Episode 2 is now live at this point. For our Trapped in a Box, our new web series we're trying to do. You can leave feedback with it. It's really rough, and we're really trying to just work it out. We want it to be a comedy series, but it's yet again 2 broke dudes. # 2 broke dudes. # make believe doing this. So
Persona.
Persona 5.
We're just trying to figure it out.
We're trying to figure it out. Yeah, we're new to it. We're new to this movie TV series process, so we're hoping to make something out of it. But till then, let us know what you think. Hit us up, like, subscribe to the usual. Check out the other videos. We got a ton of videos up there now, more than enough to fill a day's worth of content for you. If you want to just watch me and Chance all day, just sit here and...
I could understand watching me. I mean, I get that. I would watch me all day, too, if I could.
I would watch me all day, too.
No.
I'm fun to listen to. I'm very, very inspirational, I feel.
Here's something.
Well, I am. But...
Anywho, stay richer than us.
Stay richer than us, everybody.